Hi and welcome back to my planning series Plan With Me, this time for the month of April. As always, I'm super excited to sit down and do this video for you and for me in order to reflect on the previous month and plan for the next month. This is a super powerful exercise in order to help you stay consistent and true to the goals that you set for yourself, and obviously also create some space to self-reflect and grow. This time I am recording this video a little bit already into the month of April, so if you're watching this video, happy April, and it doesn't matter at what point in time you're doing these different exercises. It doesn't matter if it is March 31st, it doesn't matter if it is April 5th or April 10th or even April 22nd. It is just really important that you are sitting down and you're doing this exercise, because honestly, every time I'm sitting down in order to reflect on these different journaling prompts, I realize, wow, there's really so many different insights that come to me when I'm creating a little bit of space for reflection. And let's be honest, we don't really often create that space for ourselves to really sit with the thoughts and feelings and insights that we have generated over the course of a month, right? Time flies by all the time. And the month of March was a long month in a way, and at the same time, here we are, it's the month of April, and we are taking really big steps into the summertime. So let's make sure that we're staying true and consistent to our goals, and that we are really intentional about how we are spending our time. So how this video works is super simple. I'm going to read to you the different journaling prompts from the Peak Performance Planner that you can purchase on Amazon in order for you to have these journaling prompts obviously for yourself. So you can pause this video, you can take a piece of paper and a pen if you don't have the planner, and just reflect together with me and make sure that you are creating some space for yourself. I usually sit down, I create a really nice environment for myself, I have a cup of tea, I play some nice music, and I just really give myself that space to really reflect and take a deep breath into all of the different things that have happened over the course of the month as well. And so yeah, so make sure that you are writing these different things down, and usually it takes me about 10 to 15 minutes to do this reflection exercise, because I need to sit with a couple of these questions as well. Not all of the answers are coming to me right away, and that's totally normal and that's totally natural. So take some time. Sometimes I reply to one question and then I jump back into this other question and have a couple of more ideas, right? But when we're really starting to create that space, then you can start to find some more powerful insights that you maybe have gathered if you would have just thought about it for 10 seconds. So I would say, let's get started. Okay, so the monthly reflection prompts for the month of March are the following. Number 1, what did you learn this month? Number 2, what are you grateful for? Number 3, what can you celebrate this month? Number 4, how did your routine affect your performance this month? Number 5, what made you smile this month? And finally, who made a difference in your life this month? So those are the reflection prompts for the month of March, and here are the different journaling prompts to plan for the month of April. Number 1, my goals for the month of April are. Number 2, my self-care goal for the month of April is. And then finally, make sure that you plan your month ahead. So schedule some time into your calendar to really reflect on how long do these different goals and projects actually take that I have set for myself, and when am I planning to get this done. This is a super important part of this exercise, because sometimes we can be really good at setting goals and we have different big dreams in our lives, but we actually don't get certain things done. So this basically helps you to make sure that you're actually creating that space and that you are holding yourself accountable and committed to your own goals. And as always, the light in my office is very challenging today. It's been honestly a very challenging winter in Tahoe. We had over 700 inches of snow, which, if you are European, about 18 meters of snow in the last 6 months. And usually we have blue skies, and it is pretty easy to record videos because it is just always kind of the same kind of light. But at the moment, we have a couple of big clouds in the sky, and so there is this shift between sunny skies and shadowy skies. So I apologize ahead of time, but I know that you're not watching this video in order to see a perfect video, but you're watching this video because you're curious to hear what I have to say. So the first question was, what did I learn this month? And this month was a really interesting month because I did have a live event in Reno at the end of March with over 200 women from the Reno, Truckee, Tahoe area. And it was super fun and super exciting. I always love to speak, and I got to facilitate a workshop on burnout and balance for about 120 people. And it was always really insightful for me to do these live events because I feel like I get obviously much different feedback from the audience than I do when I'm just doing these things virtually, right? And so one of my biggest learnings was that I need to adapt my message a little bit to my audience when I'm speaking in front of different groups. And I'm going to share with you what I exactly mean by that. So I had about, as I mentioned, 120 people sitting in the room. 80% of these people were entrepreneurs and 20% of those people were W-2 employees. And it was really interesting for me to speak to that audience because I usually speak to corporate clients. I speak to employees. I speak to employee groups and teams. And obviously I was an employee at a company for many years, and so my message and my story is very much adapted to that. However, as I was talking to all of these beautiful entrepreneur ladies, I got to realize, wow, this is actually maybe not as resonating with them as it is for the people that I usually talk to, because I'm really usually focusing on kind of my corporate journey and my corporate story. And I obviously have an entrepreneurial story nowadays as well, because I have been an entrepreneur for almost 1.5 years now. And so that was my biggest learning for the month of March, that I actually need to adapt my story and my message to my audience, to the audience that I speak to, and at the same time, I also want to adapt my TEDx talk. As you know, I've been doing a TEDx course for the last 8 weeks, and it's actually completed now, so that's definitely one thing that I'm celebrating, which I'm going to get to in a second. But in order to really reach as many people as possible with my message, I realized, because of that experience in Reno at that live event, that I actually need to broaden my story and my message to more people. And that was obviously super important, and I'm really grateful for that insight. The next question was, what am I grateful for today? And there's always many things that I feel grateful for. This month in particular, I'm very grateful for all of the wonderful podcast guests that I get to have on my show every single week. And I always feel like I learn so much talking to these different people and hearing about their stories and learning their expertise, right? The things that they have been specializing in. And I was just recently talking to a coach, a personal coach and speaker, and he talked about teamwork and about how to create similarities between sports teams and teams in business. And one of the things resonated really deeply with me, which was when he was talking about how when we have injuries, they never will stay forever. Injuries go by. And that was such a powerful message for me, because I've been struggling a little bit with my health, honestly, over the last couple of weeks. Definitely a little bit stress related. In full transparency, I put a lot of different things on my plate, and you know that because you've been watching all of the previous Plan With Me videos as well. But you know, it's always important, obviously, for me to create that space as well and to reflect, and I'm obviously a role model to many people, so I want to do my best. And sometimes I still suffer from stress, and it has an impact, of course, on my well-being as well. And so I've been struggling with my health, and it was a powerful reminder to hear from him, hey, even injuries will go by, like it will never stay. And it kind of gives that impermanence to things. And sometimes we get so stuck in our thinking patterns of, oh, this is so bad, I feel not well, right? I'm not feeling strong, all of these different kind of thoughts that we have in that regard. And then it goes by, and then you feel better, and it's way better, you know, everything works better. And so that was a really powerful reminder, and that's what I'm most grateful for in the month of March. The next question then was, what can I celebrate this month? And this month I am celebrating, obviously, the live event in Reno with talking to 120 beautiful women, and getting that feedback and getting these insights and getting that connection, that was so powerful and so beautiful. And I was super nervous. I am always so nervous when I'm speaking in front of these large audiences, and at the same time I so love it. I love it so much, and I always wish there would be more people in front of me and more people that I can reach. And so that was really powerful and insightful. The other thing that I'm celebrating this month is the completion of my 2 courses. 8 weeks have gone by so quickly, and I did a certification in psychological trust and safety, and I also did a certification or a course to become a TEDx speaker. I applied already to 4 different TEDx stages, and I'm obviously planning to continue to apply to a couple of different stages every single month. And what else? I have a new VA, and that's what I'm celebrating as well, because it's always helpful to get help, and it's always good to get a new set of eyes on my business, and I'm really excited about that as well. The next question is, how did your routine affect your performance this month? And this is obviously something that I'm always hyper aware of, because routines are super important in my life, and they're super important in your life, because they help you and support you to stay as performant as you want to be, or not as performant. And in the month of March, I didn't really realize it until I got to reflect on this in the last couple of days. I didn't do as much exercise as I usually like to do. As you know, I'm a very active person. And in the month of March, because I wasn't feeling so well, and because we have had this huge storm and huge winter in Tahoe, it was just really challenging to be outside, which is what I usually like to do in order to exercise. And I feel like it's a vicious cycle. I'm not feeling super well, so I'm not going outside, I'm not moving my body, and that doesn't make me feel any better. And so it kind of gets into this vicious cycle of I'm not moving my body, I'm not feeling well, I'm eating not the best foods. And so I'm super aware of that, and I already set a goal for the month of April to be a lot more mindful about that, and I'm obviously going to share that with you in one of the next journaling prompts. But first, let's talk about what made me smile this month. And I would say what made me smile this month is a lot of different outdoor adventures with my friends and my partner. Obviously, my friends make me smile, my partner makes me smile, my clients make me smile. That event in Reno made me smile and made me super excited. And yeah, I think there's a lot of different things to be grateful for, and there's a lot of things in my life, fortunately, that make me smile. And obviously Kobe, who I haven't mentioned yet, my little dog. And then finally was the question, who made a difference in your life this month? And I was thinking about that one actually quite a bit. The first one that came to me was obviously my partner, who always makes a big difference in my life, in good ways and in bad ways, right? Because partners and relationships obviously always challenge us as well to look at our own triggers and look at the things that we need to improve on as well. And then I was thinking about, I was kind of writing down the normal laundry list of people that should come to your mind that make a difference, right? Your clients, your friends, your family members, my sister in particular. And then as I was thinking a little bit more about this, I actually came up with my therapist that I have been working with over 2 years now. And I had a call with him just very recently, and I haven't had a call with him in a while. And it just always makes me so grateful for him, because he makes such a huge difference in my life. And yeah, it was just a powerful reminder that I should invest more of that time into myself every single month. And I'm not gonna say it anymore. I'm constantly shifting the light here in the office, and it's obviously super frustrating, but it doesn't matter. We keep on going. The light is what it is today. And so let's move into April. What are the plans that I have for April? What are my goals? And the goals for the month of April are the following. First of all, I actually signed up for the second part of the safety course. Safety is the course that I'm doing on psychological trust and safety. The first part of this course was all about doing this assessment for individuals, and now I'm basically moving into how to do this assessment for teams as well, and that is the second part of the certification, and I'm really excited to start that in April. Another thing that I'm planning to do this month is to start a beta test for my passive income stream. I've been working very deeply and focused on this new area of my business, where I have been running, for example, different market research interviews with different clients and different people in order to understand what is the language that they're using, what are the challenges that they're facing, what are the solutions that they are longing for. And that's been super insightful and super powerful, and I'm super excited to work with my VA on the beta test. So that's going to happen in April. And there's a specific date on that, by the way, in order to make sure that I'm holding myself accountable and that I'm obviously keeping track and making progress along the way. And then finally, of course, a goal of mine that I always have every single month is to onboard and work with new clients. The next question then was, what is my self-care goal for the month of April? And as I already alluded to in the previous sections here, is that self-care is always a challenge. Honestly, when things get busy, I am also a person that is sometimes not being as consistent. I can be super consistent on my business, but routines are sometimes difficult for me, and it sucks, and I'm not proud to say it, but it is the way it is. And in the month of April, I really want to start getting ready for the summertime. I have some plans to travel in the month of May, which I'm obviously going to share with you next month. And I want to get healthy. And I hate this light today. So let me adjust this a little bit so you can actually see me and I don't look like a ghost. And so in the month of April, my plan is to do 30 minutes of cardio every single day and to eat more fiber in order to support my digestive tract. So that's the goals that I have. I have a couple of different follow-up appointments with my doctor as well. I got some blood tests done and a couple of other tests to make sure that I'm healthy. And yeah, I am excited to really take care of myself and to also obviously move a little bit into warmer temperatures as well. And so finally, as always, here is your reminder to make sure that you're also creating a little bit of space and time to now plan your month ahead. So go into your calendar, think about how much time do you actually require for the different goals that you have set for yourself. What are, for example, different calendar blocks that you can put on your calendar in order to make sure that you are staying consistent, committed, and accountable to yourself? Those are super important questions to ask yourself, and it is even more important that you're taking action on that, because if you're not going to take action, you're probably going to forget about it. And that is exactly why we're sitting down every single month and we're doing these exercises together, because I know that we're all human and I know that sometimes it's not that easy. So I hope this was a powerful reminder for you today to take care of yourself, take care of your life, take care of your goals, and stay consistent. I'm really grateful that you're here. Thank you so much for watching this video today, and I hope to see you in the next one.